Good morning, grade 10s. Can you guys come on in, go into Blackboard, give me those green check marks, please? Oh, it's already been a long day, you guys. It's already been a long day. Ay, ay, ay. Tired. I need toothpicks in my eyeballs this morning. All right, good. Emily's here. Perfect. All right. So give me those green check marks, you guys, and we will get started on today. I do have a couple of announcements. Oh, Caitlin, you're starting to look like me, right? With lots and lots of screens happening. Perfect, Emily. Yep, get there when you can. I'm going to go over announcements anyways. Christiana, if you're there, Lindsay, make sure you give me those green check marks, please, so I know you are ready to go. All right, so I'm just going to escape out of my PowerPoint here, you guys, so that I can head to the homeroom, just because I know, Belle, I just automatically just start talking, right? I'm going to start in the homeroom. If there's any announcements. So today it doesn't look like you guys have anything today in regards to field trips, but if we head into December, archery lessons start tomorrow, right, you guys? So remember, there's the 2 groups between the 3 times. So make sure that you are signed up for whichever session you can get into if you are interested in archery. Okay, it is, Caitlin, it's already December. I can't believe it. You guys, we have however, we've got 3 weeks until Christmas, basically. And then we've got Christmas holidays, and then we've got a couple more weeks and we're done semester 1. Ooh, crazy. Oh, it's flying by. I know. And then we have to start social studies and science, you guys. Yes, Alexis, absolutely. If you guys have already picked up your books, okay, for your Lit Circle, absolutely start reading, okay? You do, Caitlin. Good morning, Kirsten. All right, so it looks like though on the 5th, you guys, we've got some food bank. Yes, Belle, you can read them as fast as you can. All right, absolutely, okay? I am not holding you back. So you read it and then you come back to the office and swap it for a new one, right? Absolutely, okay? Morning, Slade. All right, so next week, you guys, we've got food bank volunteering. Make sure you sign up for that if that interests you, okay? So on and so forth, okay? That's really it for announcements from the calendar. I wanted to let my grade 10s who are part of my Me Too though, let you guys know that we've got sprouts happening in our tower garden. The lettuce sprouted in the last couple of days, you guys, so it's super cool. You guys will have to come see it. Yeah, so, and I'm sending out an email for you guys today. Okay, so be on the lookout for that email because I went to the Aryan Therapeutic Farm yesterday and had a fantastic experience. So I'm super excited. Yeah, I did, Kyla. It's awesome out there. It's amazing out there. So it's my first experience out there. Totally recommend it. Yeah, absolutely, Angelina. If you guys are in for math help this afternoon, go take a look at the Tower Garden for sure. Okay? We wish you could be here too, Caitlin, but you're in spirit. All right. So that's really it for announcements, I think, you guys. Please note, though, that also I just want to put that bug in your ear around final exams. So after Christmas, please take a look at the January calendar, you guys. Oh, is it? Oh, Kate, I didn't know that. So make sure you guys know what day that is, okay? Maybe I'll confirm on the first break that we have today, you guys, I'll confirm. Oh, there's 2. Okay, I'm going to confirm with Miss Mac, you guys, on math help for the week, and then I'll come back and let you guys know for sure, right? Yeah, Angelina, I will get you unconfused, okay? So, like I said, in January, you guys, after Christmas, when we come back from the break, you know, we got to think about the end of semester. It is sneaking up on us so fast, you guys. So we sat down the other day and decided there will be in-house, aka you will come to McWilliams to write an English final to practice those skills that you need for test taking. I know. Don't be scared, Caitlin. Obviously, because you guys are out of town, yours will be online, right? Emily, for English, I'm going to make you guys write a 5-paragraph essay. That's what the final will have to be. No, Belle, you do not have to print it. You can bring your own laptops, you guys, and type out your 5-paragraph essay and then email it to me. Or you can print it if you feel comfortable that way. We'll have a couple of student laptops here as well, right? That you guys can have access to. Yeah, so that's all it is. It's not so much the actual test, you guys, right? I want you guys in here in that setting of writing a test, because next year when you go to grade 11, you will be writing exams, right? You will be taking tests, and I want you to have that preparation, okay? Yes, and Emily, I will also be giving it to you early, okay? So you will not come in not knowing what the topic is about, okay? Belle, I feel like you said that about grade 10 too. Yes, so I don't know who just asked me that. Dean, thank you for bringing that up. That's where I was heading next with math. Math, you will have a final exam. You are not going to come to McWilliams. You're going to have a 3-day period where you can write an exam online. Okay? That's what math is going to look like, right? And Kyla, I'm actually with you on that one. Your high school career, you guys, actually does get easier as the years go on. Grade 10, I would say, is actually the hardest year because it's a big jump from grade 9 to grade 10. It's not a big jump from grade 10 to 11 to 12. Now that you're here and you've experienced high school, it's not a great big jump, okay, academically, because grade 10 is the hardest year, I would say, you guys, out of high school. So if you get past grade 10, you're smooth, you're golden, all right? Yes, Caitlin P., this program does end at grade 10. I know, we've tried to extend it to grade 11, and it just doesn't work. We don't have the manpower, we don't have the capability, okay? Emily, I don't think so, because remember in grade 12 too, you have a lot more freedom of choice with your courses, right? The courses explode in grade 10 and or grade 11 and 12, and you get to take stuff that you really enjoy, right? So Caitlin, you have kind of two choices after grade 10, right? For grade 11, you either continue strictly online with eSchool or another school of your choice, right? Where you don't get this, you still get teacher help. There's a teacher on the other end, but it's much more self-paced, right? It's not like you're sitting down for 2 hours in a day and getting direct instruction like this, okay? Or else you go back to a regular high school for grade 11 and 12, right? That's kind of what you do, okay? And really, our grade 10s from most of our program every year, it's usually about a 50-50 split. About half the kids stay online, and then half the kids go back to traditional high school. And almost everybody finds success, you guys. Everybody finds success, okay? So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that, you guys. That kind of went on a rant, but that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes that needs to happen. I'm just going to head back to my PowerPoint here, you guys, because I want to get started today. Oh, Caitlin, there's no stress. No stress. You were doing just fine. So here we go. Now, with our lit circles, you guys, oh, there was one more thing I wanted to show you in the actual English course. So let me go to English. You will notice that with the new unit, you guys, okay? Remember yesterday we went over our goals for the unit, okay? And you'll notice that I've put in this graphic as well because I want it for you to be a daily reminder that there are reading strategies that you need to be very, very well versed in so that you can easily comprehend the text that you're reading. And there's different strategies for fiction and nonfiction, right? We are going to focus on the fiction ones right now within our lit circle, okay? Maybe we'll work on the nonfiction ones when we take a look at social studies. I think that might be a really good plan, all right? But right now, there's 5 strategies that I'm going to introduce to you, not all today. We're going to focus on one strategy per class, okay? And that's questioning, visualization, connecting, inferencing, and transforming. Okay, those are your 5 strategies, reading strategies that we're going to use for our fiction lit circles. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to point out, you guys, is I put in this little organizer for you guys to keep you guys organized and keep you on track for your reading goals, right? So I'm just going to open this up and I want to show you what it looks like. Whoops, clicked the wrong part here, you guys. It's just a Word document and it's just your novel notes. Okay, so all it is you're going to keep track of your novels that you've read. So put in the title, the date started and the date finished. Okay, and then that will keep you on track. If you've got a goal in mind that you want to read all 5 books, right, you're going to have to figure out those dates, right? And then break it down. Well, how much should I be reading per day? That sort of thing, right? So this is just a little graphic organizer for you guys to use to keep you on track. So that's the very first thing. This was the assignment we did yesterday, right, you guys? The choices, choices, choices. And remember, your novel needs to be chosen ASAP, picked up ASAP, and start reading. Okay? Absolutely, Belle. The lit circle, we are focusing on reading. That is what we are doing. Reading. And because it's a lit circle, also we're still working on our communication skills, right? Yes, she did, Caitlin. A lot of you guys picked up your books yesterday. Awesome. That's fantastic. Okay. Yay. Lindsay, which one are you reading? Are you reading the Diary, Part-Time Indian? I think that's the one you're reading, right? I know, I said that was my favorite, you guys, and that one's almost all gone. Because everyone was like, I want to read that one. Oh, Truth in Brightwater. It is. That's a good one too, Lindsay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yes. And The Night Wanderer. That was a popular one. I didn't think that would be as popular, you guys, but The Night Wanderer is almost gone too. So I'm actually really surprised. Oh, you guys don't need to impress me. You already do. All right. So that's where we're going. I wanted to mention this as well within the reading strategies, you guys. So we're going to go over each of the reading strategies. Like I said, we're going to practice the reading strategies, not on our books. In class, we're going to focus on pieces of text like poetry, short stories, maybe some children's books to practice our strategies. And then you're going to take that knowledge and apply it to your novel. Okay? So by the end of the unit, and again, I will put this into the course today, so it's very, very clear to you guys, that by the end of the unit, I want you guys to choose 3 of your reading strategy worksheets, organizers to submit. Okay, so that's what I'm going to look at. I'm going to look at your 3 best out of the 5. And it doesn't even matter what novel it's on, right? So it can be all on one novel. So you might do questioning, visualization, and connecting all on one novel, or you might have them on 3 separate novels. Doesn't matter, because what I'm looking for is the actual strategy. Do you understand that strategy? And is it helping you in your reading comprehension? Okay, so that's going to be due at the end of the unit. Okay, Caitlin, I am going to be coming up with almost like a Google Doc like we do with the field trips. I'm going to actually embed it straight in here, probably underneath my little visual of fiction, nonfiction strategies. And there'll be a sign up, okay? And there'll be specific dates with specific novels. Okay? Oh, I'm sure they do, Caitlin. Of course they do. Okay? And then you guys will have to sign up for that time and date, and that's when we'll meet at Starbucks. Okay? All right, perfect. So let's get into today's assignment actually right away here, you guys. So we are focusing on the questioning strategy today. All right. This is a strategy that I find a lot of these strategies, most of you might actually already know, and you just haven't put a name to it. It's something that you just might automatically already do. Okay. So just be aware of that. So this is what I want you to do. Take a look at this image. Okay. I want you to take just like 2 minutes. And I just want you to, by yourself on your own. What are you wondering about as you look at this image? What are some questions that you might have about this image? Okay, so let's just take 2 minutes, jot them down on a piece of paper, type them out on Word, whatever it is. Okay, whatever questions or wonders come into your mind as you look at this image, type them out. You have 2 minutes, okay? Go ahead and get started. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, come on back. Give me a green check mark in Blackboard so that I know that you guys have, you're back with me. Awesome, and paying attention. Perfect. Hallie, if you're there. Kirsten, Christiana. Okay. Perfect. So now what I want to do is we're going to partner up. Okay. And you're going to share all your questions with each other. Okay. It doesn't matter right now how simple or easy you think your question is. That's okay. All right. That's what we're doing. We're just starting with questioning. Okay. So everybody raise their hands so I get a good mix of partners here. Perfect. Perfect. Don't unraise your hand. Just raise your hand. Perfect. Okay, so here we go. So Caitlin P. and Alexis, you guys are going to go together. Sean and Jess, Emily and Bryn, Dean and Kyla, Slade and Lindsay, okay, Hallie and Caitlin T, Paige and Christiana, Kaylin and Angelina, Belle, and Kirsten. Okay, what I want you guys to do is take, I don't know, another, let's take a little bit longer, because you might even come up with more questions as a group together, right? So let's take 5 minutes, share your questions, see if you can come up with even more questions, okay? And keep track of them, because we're going to put them on the whiteboard as soon as we're done as a big group, okay? So go ahead, you've got 5 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, finish off what you're talking about, okay? And then come on back into Blackboard. Give me those green check marks. Perfect. Good. I like how you guys even took it a little bit further and you actually tried to answer the questions, right? With your observations. That's fantastic. I like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do, you guys, is I want you to collaborate with your partner, okay? And I'm going to give you whiteboard privilege, okay? And I want you guys to actually, that's okay, Belle. That's okay. Just type out, when we do this, Belle, you can type out your own questions on the whiteboard, okay? So what I want you guys to do is collaborate with your partner, and I want you to type out your questions onto the whiteboard, all right? Again, remember, make your text big enough, and I would try to do one question per text box, okay? Don't just copy and paste all your questions into one long text box, because we're gonna start moving it around, okay? And actually putting them together into classifications. So make sure that you guys do one question per text box, okay? And make sure the writing is big enough that we can all read it on the live screen, okay? So I'll give you guys whiteboard privilege, and let's take, I don't know how long this will take. Let's start with 5 minutes and we'll see how we do. And if we get the same questions, okay? If we get the same questions, that's totally fine. All right, that's totally fine. So go ahead and get started on that one, you guys. All right, looks like you guys got a whack load of questions. That's fantastic. I love, love, love it. We're gonna hold off on this for a second, and I'm gonna head back to here because now we're gonna do a little bit of acquiring the knowledge. We gotta learn about actual questions, right? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna sort / maybe label, okay? Our questions. You're going to go back to your questions and you're going to label them. I think that might be the easiest way. All right. So there's really 4 categories of questions. I love these categories. Okay. So I want to take a look at these, and I did put this graphic into the assignment for you guys to always go back to. Okay. So there are closed convergent questions. Convergent means like coming to a point, right? Starting wide and going to a point. So these are single answer or limited number of answers to a question, okay? For example, what is 6 times 6? How did you travel to school today? Okay? Those are closed convergent questions. They're really simplistic, right? Then there's open divergent. Yes, thank you. Or a gold cart would be even better. Right? All right, so then there's an open divergent. There's many possible answers and not only one correct answer, okay? So for example, how could the school assemblies be improved, right? So notice the difference in language too, right? So those are open divergent questions. Then there's the skinny simple questions. These are little explanation required. It requires recall, knowledge, and comprehension, right? But there's little explanation required. Like what makes a healthy lunch, right? Fruit and vegetable, right? That sort of thing, okay? Then there's the fat and complex questions. These require a degree of explanation and interpretation. Okay, so it's getting to that deeper thinking. How could you encourage children to eat healthier lunches, right? That's a fat, complex question. All right, so now what I want to do, okay, and none of these are like bad questions. They just fall into different categories. What I'm hoping to do is that you guys get to the more open, divergent, fat, complex, that level there, right? That's where we want to go with our questioning techniques, okay? When we're thinking to ourselves, when we're reading a piece of text, we want to be thinking about those deeper questions, okay, that arise when we're reading. So what I want you to do is now go back to the whiteboard, and again, with your partner, you guys can discuss. Look at your own questions that you guys did and label them, okay? So you can label them CC for closed convergent, OD for open divergent, right? SS for skinny simple, or FC for fat complex, right? That sort of thing. And then I want to look at the whiteboard and see where do most of our questions fall, right? That sort of thing. So I want to see where are we right now in our questioning techniques, okay? And let's see if we can go a little bit deeper, or maybe we're already asking deep questions. I don't know. All right? Okay, so go back to the whiteboard, you guys, and let's start with 5 minutes, and then we'll go from there if you need longer. Take a look at your set of questions and start labeling them. All right, maybe label them in a different color, just so they stand out too. Okay? That'd be fantastic, you guys. All right. Go ahead and let's do that now. Hey guys, do we need more time? Can you guys just let me know in Blackboard? Or are we done labeling? Yeah, we need a few more minutes. Yeah, okay, perfect. Give me an idea of how much. Another 5 minutes? Or, okay, maybe 2 more minutes? Okay, perfect. Let's go with 2 minutes. Dean is setting the roll here. All right, here we go. 2 more minutes, you guys, to finish off your labeling. All right, so, sorry, excuse me, you guys. Come on back, give me a green check mark in Blackboard. And we will go over some of the questions here that I was thinking about. So give you a few more minutes. Just come on back into Blackboard. Give me those green check marks, you guys. Lindsay, Paige, Kaylin, Angelina, Josh, Alexis, Sean. That'd be fantastic. All right. So when we take a look at our questions, you guys, and how you've labeled them, I'm just going to bring them up here, right? Where, and just in the room, and where, just in the room, you guys, where do you see, just do a quick scan of the questions. Where do most of our questions lie? In which category? Yeah. Looks like a lot are really in that OD, right? That open divergent category, which is good, you guys. That's fantastic. That's really not that bad, right? So that's good. So now the question becomes, though, I'm just going to head back to my PowerPoint to remind myself, right? So we're really in that open divergent, right? So there's many possible answers, not really one correct answer, right? But we do want to move a little bit more towards that fat complex, question 2, right? Because really, if we look at how could the school assemblies be improved, that could be really some short answer too, right? Doesn't take a lot of explanation, right? That sort of thing. So can we reword some of the more, simplistic questions? Could we reword them to make them more open or complex? Maybe we have a closed convergent question. Could we reword it to make it, more OD? Could we make it more open divergent, right? That sort of thing. So, and are there any new questions that you can think of to add to our list that are maybe in the more fat complex category, right? So, perfect. So can we reword them? And are there any new ones that we could add to our list? What I want to do is just take another 2 minutes with your partner, and I want you guys to discuss, and you don't have to focus even on your own questions. Okay, you can focus on some of the other students' questions that you can see on the whiteboard, you guys. Can you reword them? And are there any new questions that you guys can think of that are more in that fat complex category? All right, that relates to that image. So let's just take another 2 minutes, you guys, and have a quick conversation around that. All right, go ahead and get started. Same partners. Good. I saw some really good conversation. You guys keep tying up your conversation there. That's and I see that you guys are catching on, right? It has a lot to do with the wording, right? If you even switch out just some of the words and make it more open-ended, it can become a different type of question, right? And you guys actually came up with some really good new questions as well. I'm seeing that. Yeah. Okay, excellent. Good, you guys. Fantastic. So now, can we come up with a list of questions then that satisfy all the above categories? And what is our favorite question so far that you guys have come up with? Let's do that. So I think going back, I'm just going to exit out of here, you guys, because when I take a look at the whiteboard, we definitely have like OD covered, right? Definitely. It looks like we've got some SS in there. It looks like we've got some CC. I think the big one that we're really missing, you guys, is that FC, right? So I see a couple of FCs, but now that you've had a chance to chat again with your partner, just in the room chat, you know, what is your favorite question? Remember, FC is fat complex, right? So if I go back to here, and go back one. FC is that fat complex. Remember, that's what we really want to get at. That's the one where there's like explanation and interpretation. Okay, there's going to be tons of different answers to it, right? At different rates and degrees. Okay, so in the room chat, I want you guys to just type out what are your favorite, and even like the open divergent questions are good too, right? What are some of the best questions that are up on that board? Or maybe they came from your conversation that you just had with your partner as well. I want us to list some of the more higher order. So stay away from the SS, stay away from the simple skinny, right? What are some of your more deeper questions that we really like that we came up with? Okay, I want you guys to type out your favorite question in the room chat. Okay, so let's just take 2 minutes. What was your favorite question that you guys came up with? And it doesn't have to be one of your own, you guys. It can be from somebody else. Go ahead. Awesome. Good, you guys. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Those are some deeper questions. Okay. And we're going to practice that as time goes on throughout your reading. All right. This is just one strategy. So give me 2 seconds here, you guys. I seem to have lost my mouse. Oh, there it is. All right. I'm just going to bring up my presentation here again, you guys. All right. So now what we're going to do is really practice. So we practice kind of with an image. Now I want to practice with a piece of text. Okay. Now that you know the different types of questions, I really want you to focus on those fat complex questions or the open divergent questions, the ones that go deeper, that may not have just one answer, right? That you can't just Google. All right, that's a big thing, you guys. You got to ask those deeper questions. You may not have to answer them. You might not have the answer, and that's totally fine, okay? It's just about questioning. It's just about the technique. All right, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to head back to Moodle, head back to the assignment, all right? The reading strategy questioning. There's a poem there. The Road Less Traveled by Robert Frost. How many of you guys have already read this poem? Give me a green check mark. Or at least have heard of it. Well, good. I'm glad I'm opening up your eyes to something new, you guys. Perfect. Okay, so what you're going to do is I want you to download that poem. Okay, it's on a Word doc. Then all I want you to do is read the poem to yourself. Okay, I just want you to read it to yourself. Then I've also included a YouTube clip, you guys, of an audio. Okay, yes, in reading strategies, Caitlin. Yeah, that's where it is. Then I want you to actually listen to the poem, because poetry is very, very different reading from listening. You can get very different meaning out of it when you read a poem a different way. So I want to make sure that you guys are going to read it yourselves. Then you're going to listen to it. Okay? So I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes to do that. I want you to do both, please. Read it yourself, then listen to the audio. And then we'll go back to the next step. Okay? So I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to complete that task. Go.